Aerobraking trajectory established, Captain.
You're set to make contact with the atmosphere of Saturn in less than 30 seconds, sir.
This is going to be a tight squeeze. Those rings make the entry angle very difficult.
Nose is pitched to optimum air capture specifications, sir.
Looks too low to me. Raise the nose by half of a degree.
This is not recommended. Pitch guidelines optimal.
Atmosphere contact in 5 seconds.
Override guidelines and proceed now.
Sir, I think you should listen
Lieutenant,
to Molly.
fire braking thrusters. We're going in way too fast.
Yes, sir. Firing braking thrusters.
Hang on.
We've skipped out of air capture, Captain. Trim thrusters are losing control. We're moving in way too fast.
We are headed straight for the inner ring, sir.
Full flaps, reverse trim.
No response.
Molly, reroute all available power to the trim thrusters.
Rerouting power to trim thrusters. Maximum of 10 seconds available until PSU fails.
Begin countdown. Shut down on my mark.
10.
Still no
9,
response.
8.
Come on, turn.
7.
Contact with inner ring in 15
6,
seconds.
5.
Sir, we're about to
4,
lose power.
3.
Why won't she respond?
1. PSU failure.
PSU failure. I'll get us some power back, Captain.
Stay in your seat, Lieutenant. Hang on, everyone.
Inner ring contact.
How long will we be in the debris field, Priscilla?
Through the middle of ring C. We should exit before the Cassini division.
Well, at least that's not the thickest part.
What is that?
A very large piece of debris is directly in our heading.
Do we have any battery backup power, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir, about 50%.
Reroute all battery power to the starboard thruster.
It's gonna be close.
We're not gonna make it. Brace for impact.
Great, not again.
Sir, we are about to exit the debris field.
Molly, I need a system check and damage report.
PSU offline. MIE offline. Trim thrusters offline. Communications offline. Battery backup power 25%. Damage to starboard wing. Damage to port PID unit.
How badly is the starboard wing damaged?
Unknown, Captain.
Orders, Captain.
We're gonna need power to critical systems and communications. Go see if you can get the PSU recharging.
Yes, sir.
Priscilla, see if you can help him.
Yes, sir.
Don't understand. The nose was too low. Lord, what did I do wrong? Molly, status report.
PSU recharging. Battery backup at 28%. MIEs offline. Trim thrusters offline. Fuel leakage. Starboard hydrogen tank. Communication reception will be re-established in 3 minutes.
The PSU is charging. We should keep the battery charged at about 28% if we conserve power. But we do have a leak in the starboard hydrogen tank. I saw it spewing through the portal.
Could you tell how badly the wing was damaged?
Not all of it, but there is a trail of debris following us if that's any indication.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but I do think it's my fault.
It could have happened to anybody. We've been in worse spots, remember the sun? So what do we do now, Captain?
Well, we need to stop that H2 fuel leak. But first we'll need to get the ship under control. It'd be too dangerous to go out with the way it's spinning. And without trim thrusters, I'm not sure how to do that.
What if we blow the port ballast and let out fuel on that side? Wouldn't that put pressure on the opposite side and slow our spin?
That's a good idea, but we can't waste that much fuel. We'll need it for the rest of the mission.
Okay. What about a tether and weight? We could attach a heavy object onto a piece of cable and send it through the airlock. The centrifugal force would slow our spin.
That would work, but we'd have to let it out at precisely the right moment and speed, or it would wrap around the ship and do more damage. Plus, it would have to be very heavy.
Yeah, that would be a mess.
Besides, we're pitching on 2 axes, so the counter rate would only slow us in one direction.
What about little G? It still has trim thrusters, right?
That's it, Priscilla. We can use LG7's thrusters to steer us out of this roll.
Way to go, sis. Those critical thinking books are really paying off.
This is Genesis Command to Genesis 7.
This is Genesis 7 to Genesis Command. Are you receiving this transmission?
Hello, this is Genesis Command to the flagship Genesis 7. Please respond.
Lieutenant Jennings, this is Genesis 7 transmitting.
This is Genesis Command to Genesis 7. Captain, do you read?
The transmitter is broken. See if you can get us a signal out of here.
Yes, sir.
Donton, go ahead and climb aboard LG7 and see if you can get us under control.
This is Genesis
Yes,
7
sir.
to Genesis Command. Do you read?
Oh, and I'll need the gimbal data
Hello,
downloaded to the
Genesis
little G.
Command?
I'll get that to you in a moment.
Hello, Genesis Command? This is Genesis 7. Do you read? This is Genesis 7 to Genesis Command.
Okay, Captain, all strapped in. I suggest you two do the same. This could get rough.
All right, Lieutenant, on my mark.
I'm ready, Captain.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire thrusters.
She is stabilized, Captain. Permission to assess the damage and repair the fuel leak.
Permission granted, Lieutenant. Just be careful and make sure the pulse pack is fully charged.
Fuel level in the starboard tank is at 89%, so we haven't lost that much fuel.
Well, it could still jeopardize the mission if we don't get it stopped quick. Of course, that depends on the damage to the wing and starboard side. The mission may already be in jeopardy.
I'm still trying to get the transmission system up and running, but nothing is working so far.
No wonder. The transmitter box is hanging outside of the ship, but it looks repairable.
What about the wing assembly?
Well, you did a number on it, but I think it's possible to repair. The guide rods are gone. I think I see them floating a half mile or so back. The elevons are mangled and the roll thrusters will need some work. Uh-oh, the gimbal gyroscope is gone as well. That would be a difficult repair.
Well, first things first. Can you repair the fuel leak?
Yes, sir, Captain. That should only take a few minutes. I will also repair the transmission unit. It appears that it just came unplugged. I'll be done in just a few minutes.
Great. When you're finished, come back aboard and we'll plan a full repair protocol.
You know, Titan is a beautiful moon. I didn't expect it to be so large.
Yes, it is, and it's about 50% larger than Earth's moon. It's even larger than Mercury.
You know, it looks much bigger than 1.5 times the size of the moon.
That's because the atmosphere is very deep. Actually, Titan's atmosphere is larger than the Earth's.
I didn't know that. I wish we could study it more. It's an amazing looking place.
That it is. Maybe we can get everything back up and running and look into it further.
Okay, Captain, I've stopped the fuel leak. Now I'm making my way to the transmitter.
Excellent. Priscilla, monitor the transmitter, and when it comes back online, see if we can re-establish contact with Genesis Command.
There's also a geosensor loose on the other side. I'll plug it back in as well.
Only if it's accessible. We don't want you to spend too much time out there. Why are you cutting the local comm?
My brother is amazing. I mean, just look at him. He has no fear, just like Dad. Of course, I would never tell him that to his face. I'm afraid his head might swell.
Well, you should. He needs to know that you love him and look up to him. After all, he's not just your average brother. He's your only brother.
I know, but I see all of his faults and his goofiness. It's hard.
Yeah, we'll see the faults in people closest to us, but we have them ourselves. There's nothing wrong with giving praise where it's due, especially in our own families. You should tell your brother how you feel about him. You never know. There may come a time when you can't.
I will, just as soon as he...
Okay, Captain. I'm about to plug in the geosensor and I'll be heading back to the LG7.
Excellent. Priscilla, establish a link to Genesis command.
Contact with Titan surface in 21 minutes.
What? Priscilla, verify.
Molly's right, sir. We're heading straight for Titan.
Lieutenant Andrews, what has the LG-7 got left?
Fuel cells are recharging. What are you thinking?
Give me just a second, Lieutenant. Priscilla, hit the comm. Donton, are the MIEs charged on the little G?
Yes, sir, they're at full power.
Engage the comm, shipwide. Come with me. Donton, get back to the LG-7 now. I have a plan.
Okay, got it.
Okay, Donton, the cable's in the airlock. Priscilla, go flush the toilet. I'll meet you on the bridge.
Yes, sir.
Send it on out, but it'll take a few minutes to rig.
Just take your time and make sure the cables are secure. The last thing we want is for it to slip. Priscilla, establish a computer simulation trajectory for aero braking on the northern quadrant of Titan.
Yes, sir, Captain. Captain, I can set the simulation, but the computer has no gimbal numbers. I can't calculate the trajectory.
I'll begin the calculations manually. Donton, use the onboard computer on the little G to double-check my numbers. Calculate pitch and speed.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Okay, I have a max speed of 17.35 and a pitch angle of 11 degrees, 0 minutes, and 20 seconds from side reel.
Copy that, Captain. Okay, I have max speed of 17.35 and a pitch angle of 11 degrees, 30 minutes and 20 seconds from side reel.
There's half a degree discrepancy.
Check it on my computer. Cables are locked on and LG-7 is ready. I just need a heading.
I was reading the Proverbs this morning. It says in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Why don't you ask Molly?
Molly, what is optimum air braking trajectory for Titan?
Maximum speed 17.35 kilometers per second. Pitch angle of 11 degrees, 30 minutes, 20 seconds from
Priscilla,
side
punch it
wheel.
into the simulation. Link it up to the LG-7's onboard software.
Yes, sir.
This is G7 to Genesis command.
Admiral, it's the captain. Oh, we've been worried sick. It's been almost 4 hours since we heard from you. We thought you were all lost during aero capture.
We skipped off of the atmosphere and sustained quite a bit of damage, but now we have bigger problems. We're on course to crash into Titan. I'm downloading a data set now. Please have the engineers check it, but they need to hurry. We only have minutes.
All right, the Admiral has the data now. Yes, sir. Okay, the Admiral says there's no time for a data check. You've got to go with the plan.
Titan surface in 4 minutes, 28 seconds.
Jettison the cables, Lieutenant. You need to get back aboard now.
There's not enough time, Captain. I can't risk being in the way when we hit the atmosphere.
What is your fuel status?
Pretty low. I have a few seconds of power in reserve. If I time it right, I can get out of the way and avoid being in your flight path when you and Priscilla enter the atmosphere.
You can't do that. What if you skip off the atmosphere? How will we find you?
We all knew when we accepted this mission that there would be danger, sis. I can't risk your life trying to save mine. God is good. Either way, I'll be okay.
Contact with Titan atmosphere in 49 seconds.
You need to start your escape path now, Lieutenant.
I love you, Priscilla. Don't worry. Engaging thrusters. I'll see you in...
Donton, I wanted to tell you something.
Elliptical orbit established.
Are you okay, Priscilla? We can pray that he'll be okay.
May I be excused from the bridge, Captain?
Yes, sure, but... He may be alive. We may find him. We have to find him.
Did you hear his voice, Uncle Enoch? He sounded just like Dad before he died.
No one knows the day of their death, Priscilla. We have to assume he's still alive. We have to keep looking for him. He needs us. He needs you. Come on, let's go see if we can find him. Okay, Priscilla, let's calculate his trajectory from the last point of contact. Scan for a distress pulse in that area.
Scanning engaged.
Molly, shut down all non-critical systems.
I never got to say it. I never got to say that I loved him.
Priscilla, we can't control the outcome. That's the Lord's domain. But we can pray that we can find him. God knows where he is. This universe is nothing to him. Come on, let's pray for him.
There's a rescue and salvage mission underway.
Donton could have repaired everything. He was the best engineer they had.
Captain, our engineer team says he could be hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of miles away from Titan, if he survived it at all. The chances of finding him are 1 in a million.
I can't do this!
Tell them that chance doesn't exist, that God is sovereign, and if he wants us to find Donton, we will find him. I need to go.
I'm sorry, I understand.
Donton!
I would pulse the thrusters every hour or so, and I prayed a lot. I knew your position the entire time, but it took this long to get close enough for contact. There must be something wrong with the local communication system. I'll have a look at that when I get back aboard.
Donton, I love you. I never got to tell you that.
Oh, sis, I love you too. You know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, or something like that.
I even love your goofiness.
Me too. Okay, Captain, let's see what I can do to get over to you for docking.
Okay, Priscilla, get a lock on his position.
Yes, sir. He is 3 kilometers toward the northern pole, sir.
Hey, I'm closer than I thought. I'll have enough power to get all the way back.
We'll bring her on in. Lieutenant Jennings, we found him. Or he found us, rather. He's on his way to dock now.
Thank goodness. The Lord is good in everything.
Yes, he is, and he is the one who did it.
The Admiral wants to discuss your return and the salvage mission protocol. It looks like you might be returning sooner than we thought.
Okay. Well, let's recover our prodigal, and then I'll resume communications at 1900 hours.
Donton!
Welcome back aboard, Lieutenant.
It's good to be back, sir. And you thought I wouldn't be back to annoy you.
Well, we decided you're worth it.
Gee, thanks. So I overheard that Genesis Command is scrubbing the mission.
I'm afraid so. We've taken a great deal of damage.
Well, I can fix the wing like new. We have all the material. And we have enough fuel to go to the edge of the solar system and back twice, so that shouldn't be a concern.
Send it. I'll let them know that it's on the way. Lieutenant Jennings, this is Genesis 7.
Go ahead, Captain.
Miss Jennings, we have a data set requesting permission to begin repairs on the wing and other damaged systems.
Copy that, Captain. I'm receiving it now. I'll transfer it to Admiral Croft as soon as it's finished downloading.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Okay, let's begin preparations for repairs. Priscilla, run a system diagnostic.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Andrews, begin gathering materials.
I'm on my way.
Go ahead, Lieutenant Jennings.
The Admiral has the data set. He's with a team of engineers right now and they're going over protocol. He says to expect a call from him in about an hour.
Thank you, Lieutenant. We're looking forward to it. Donton?
Yes, sir.
You have an hour. I want you in here when the Admiral calls.
I'll be there.
Admiral, it's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear your voice as well, Captain. First of all, that was some of the most innovative work I have ever seen from a crew. I want you to know that all of us here at Genesis Command commend you on such a fine display of teamwork.
Thank you from all of us, Admiral, and I apologize for getting us into this mess to begin with.
Well, I'm not so sure it was your fault. It appears there was another glitch in the computer system on your input screen.
Yes, sir, I found that, but it is my fault for not relying on my crew. In a multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Well, that's a wise thing to remember. Okay, about your request for the repair protocol. The engineers believe it is possible, but the officers here at Genesis Command feel it may be too dangerous to continue this mission.
Sir, if I may, we can do this. Wasn't it you who said before we left that this was one of the most important exploratory missions in history? Well, we all believe it is as well. That is why we came. It is worth laying down our lives for if need be. Please, Admiral, allow us to continue.
This is the best crew ever assembled, Admiral. I would put my life in their hands at any time.
Nice speech, Donton. Make the repair, send all the specs to Genesis Command, and if there's one bolt out of place, I want to know about it.
Thank you, Admiral.
Let me know when it's complete.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get to work. Okay, Lieutenant, the new wing parts are outside the hatch. Go ahead and begin installation.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Priscilla, perform a final system scan.
Scanning all systems.
Captain, the new wing section is in place and ready to test.
Excellent. Running a systems test.
Gimbals are good, flaps are good, all systems are in perfect working order.
Go ahead, Lieutenant Jennings.
Hello, Captain. All of the diagnostics are in. The officers, the engineers, and Admiral Croft all commend you on your hard work. The mission is a go. You're clear to aero capture Saturn.
Excellent. Donton, come back aboard.
From now on, I'll be nervous every time he goes out.
I think that's normal. You just have to remember that God is sovereign.
And no matter what happens, he's good.
You've learned a lesson that many people who are much older than you struggle with.
Well, for what it's worth, you're a great captain and the best uncle.
For what it's worth, I think you've turned out to be a godly young woman.
I don't know about you guys, but I could use a break.
Well, you had 4 days.
I agree with Priscilla. Engage MIEs.
You guys have grown cold. Engaging MIEs.